What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Ty. Today, I'm so excited to talk about my most anticipated movies for summer 2023. Honestly, I'm going to be giving kind of just like a general overview, mostly talking about just movies I'm excited for, which is a lot. And yes, that's like most of the movies coming out. But there's a couple that honestly I don't necessarily care for or that are kind of left out. Very quick, summer is May to August. As we get into like September and stuff, that's fall in my head at least, okay? I know that technically someone's gonna be like, oh my god, summer actually starts, June 21st or whatever the day is. I don't care. Summer for movies is May to August. Fun fact right now, the air conditioning in my house is out and it's an 84-degree day. Quite honestly, I'm sweating a little bit. Alright, I'm just gonna start off with the things that are kept off this list. First of all, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Obviously, that's already came out by the time this video's come out. I did a review, you can go check it out. I'll put maybe the link in the description or it should like pop up over here. That came out May 5th. Also, a quick little fun fact, The Marvels, which is now releasing I think November 11th, was actually supposed to come out July 28th, but obviously since it was moved, that's going to be off this list. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm just not excited for Fast and Furious 10, okay? Fast X is not going to be on this list. It comes out May 19th. If you want to go see it, be my guest, but I'm not excited to see Vin Diesel race around for the 10th time. This one might be a surprise to you guys, but honestly, I'm just not personally excited for Indiana Jones 5, The Dial of Destiny. I understand why people might like it, and people are very excited because Indiana Jones is coming back to the big screen for the final time, but it's just not necessarily for me. I'm not a big Indiana Jones fan. I love a bunch of different franchises. Indiana Jones just isn't for me. Comes out June 30th, though, if you want to catch it. And I mean, I'll probably end up seeing it. Maybe I'll end up doing a review, but just not really too excited to see it. The final movie that I'm not that excited to see, I'm sorry, it's just another franchise I'm not a big fan of, is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I know that a lot of people are excited to see this, and quite honestly, I'm very happy for you. And again, I'll probably end up seeing it, but I'm just not that excited for it. It comes out July 12th if you're looking to catch it. I mean, shout out to Tom Cruise. That stunt looked amazing where he went off the cliff. I saw it as like a trailer and for one of the movies that I saw. It was like playing before it. But yeah, if you want to go see that, I mean, go ahead. But let's just get right into the movies that I'm very excited for, starting in chronological order from May to August. Also, just to be clear, I'm going to have some bigger blockbusters on here, but I want to also put maybe some quieter films, quieter releases, maybe ones that you might miss if you don't look hard enough on here, because it's not always just about the blockbusters. You want to see kind of like the smaller movies too, but it's mostly just like blockbusters. But yeah, I mean, let's just get into it. May 26th, I have one blockbuster and one sleeper. We have The Little Mermaid. I mean, I grew up watching the animated one from 1989 with my sister, and it honestly was like a big part of my childhood, so I'm excited to see what they do with this. I think Flounder looks terrible. I think Sebastian looks terrible. I think Scuttle looks terrible. Everyone complains about Awkwafina. I think she's kind of funny. I'm sorry. But hopefully we will see a good movie out of this. The actor for Eric looks very similar. You have Javier Bardem. Hopefully, God, I hope someone doesn't kill me for pronouncing it. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. Obviously, who had one of the greatest performances as a villain in No Country for Old Men. But yeah, that comes out May 26th. Another movie that same weekend, a bit of a sleeper, is The Machine. Bert Kreischer, one of the funniest comedians out right now, is having this movie with Mark Hamill, which is a bit weird to see him and Luke Skywalker as like a tag team buddy comedy movie, which I'm pretty sure is about this story where I don't know if he got abducted and went to Russia or something, but it looks kind of funny. It looks interesting. Just one of those rated R funny movies, and hopefully it'll capture the magic of those earlier 2000s that they kind of go a little bit edgy, like Hangover or something like that. But yeah, honestly, I'm pretty excited to see that. All I've got to say is one thing. My second most anticipated movie of the summer, Across the Spider-Verse, comes out June 2nd. I cannot stress how excited I am to see this movie. I think one of the reasons, which not a lot of people are talking about, why I'm so excited to see this movie is that it's part one of a two-part series. The first movie is amazing. I heard that there were screen tests that actually happened where people saw the movie very early, like months ago, and I saw that, like, even though it's kind of like leaked information, people were saying it's better than the first one, and some people consider that the best Spider-Man movie. I consider it the second best, and it's animated. The runtime's 2 hours and 20 minutes, which might turn a lot of people off. I saw that it's the longest animated feature, I believe, in the US ever, which is pretty incredible, but I fully trust Sony, which is something that's very rare to say, and I trust the creators behind this. It's going to be spectacular. Do not miss it. The following week, June 9th, a big blockbuster that honestly, I wasn't that excited for until the most recent trailer for it dropped, Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I honestly think that this could be one of those movies where, yeah, maybe it doesn't have the best plot, it doesn't have the best emotions, it doesn't really tear your heart apart or anything like that over these brand new characters that you're meeting, but I think it'll just be a good, fun, action-packed summer blockbuster. Sometimes you can't complain about something like that, especially when it's an already established franchise. I mean, you can't complain, I know that we all want to see original ideas, and also I know that this kind of, a lot of people are saying, where does this fall in the Transformers timeline? Because I know in the trailer it said 1994, which I actually think is like a pretty cool perspective on this, but yeah, I don't know. And also, apparently the villain in this is I think it's Unicron, who's really good from the show or whatever, and he was a great villain. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna give this one the benefit of the doubt and just go into it thinking positively about it with maybe medium expectations. I don't want to go with high expectations or low, and just sit down and enjoy this one. June 16th, the following week after Transformers, which releases on June 9th, in case I forgot to mention, is literally insane. It's packed with 2 blockbusters and one, I don't want to say underrated, I don't want to try to sound like a quirky film guy, but one underrated movie all in one weekend, okay? My most anticipated movie of the year, potentially, besides Scorsese's Killer of the Flower Moon, The Flash. Just to be clear, I am a Marvel fan, okay? I think the DCU is not that good. I really don't like it. The Flash has me so excited because of what I'm hearing about it. I love the fact that, first of all, this is apparently going to reset the DCU. Second of all, the test screenings were amazing. People saw it a couple weeks back at CinemaCon. They said it's one of the best superhero films ever. I'm so excited to see what this movie does. And the trailers didn't show too much, but they just teased a little bit, especially with what we're going to see. And I'm just so excited to just jump across this universe and see this Flashpoint comic come to life. And I'm not the biggest comic person, but I have a general understanding of that. And God, I'm so hyped, especially now that Marvel's in kind of a quiet period. That same weekend, a studio that's unfortunately been disappointing me as of recently. It's not just me. I'm pretty sure generally people have been disappointed by this company maybe the past 3 or 4 years. Disney and Pixar. It really hurts me to say that, but Elemental comes out. I don't really think it looks amazing. I don't think it looks like this groundbreaking film. I don't think the animation looks that great, but a Pixar movie's coming out in the theaters, not straight to streaming, and I can't complain about that at the end of the day. It looks kind of like Inside Out, which I saw a lot of people complaining. Like I said previously, I think a lot of people are also complaining about the animation style, and I'm just going to be honest, I really can't blame them. Doesn't look that great, okay? But yeah, just kind of one of those blockbusters I'm kind of excited to see, but we'll see how it ends up. The third and final movie you need to see that weekend is Wes Anderson's Asteroid City. Again, I know I said that this one might fly under some people's radars. I said it's underrated. I know I'm not trying to be like that quirky film guy yo, you don't know who Wes Anderson is, you don't know about him. But I'm telling you, Asteroid City is going to be beautiful. Wes Anderson, I love his style. I know a ton of people do. I'm not different for saying that. But all of his films have been kind of European, I want to say. He did Royal Tenenbaums, which I know is set in New York. But the fact that we're getting almost like a Western movie by him in this small town USA, almost resembling Cars, it reminded me of, the town that they're in, looked so cool. I am so excited to see this star-studded cast. Also, I heard that Bill Murray was supposed to be in this because obviously they work together all the time, but he couldn't because I think it conflicted with something. So he got replaced with none other than Steve Carell, who's a comedic genius and someone that I love, especially playing Michael Scott all these years. I'm so excited for this movie and to see what it's all about because the trailers haven't shown us much, so really excited for that. All right, now we're entering July. July 14th, this is going to be my first real sleeper. Theater Camp comes out. From what I saw, it looks like this coming-of-age story that's set at a summer camp. That is all I need to hear, okay? I know that some people might get turned off by that because, see me, I'm a fan of movies like Grown Ups. One of my favorite movies is The Way, Way Back from 2013, if some of you have ever heard of that. Potentially, honestly, it's a very solid film. Go watch it, please. I love those coming-of-age movies during the summer. Those are the 2 things I could ask for. I'm not a theater kid, but even the simple name Theater Camp, and I saw the poster, it just looks very simplistic and very nice. There hasn't been anything released about it yet. I don't think a trailer's came out, at least at the time I'm recording this, but yeah, I mean, it looks to be like a slept-on movie, and honestly, if you guys are interested, you should really go check it out. Go support a smaller, I want to say, director slash writer slash whatever. Just go support them because it looks pretty cool. The next weekend, the battle of the decade, Oppenheimer versus Barbie, July 21st, clashing. Who will win? I'm gonna be honest with you here. This is embarrassing to admit. I genuinely, unironically, am more excited for Barbie than Oppenheimer. Why? Whoa. Don't come at me with pitchforks. First of all, I'm not a big Christopher Nolan fan. I think that while he does have his masterpieces, I really think that he has his misses. Does this look like it's really going to be a miss? No. But at the same time, it's not like the most interesting concept. On the other hand, Greta Gerwig is getting a huge budget, an interesting franchise that something hasn't been done like this before. And from the looks of the trailer, it's going to be this like ironic, comedic masterpiece. And I am so excited to see this, starring none other than my boyfriend, pause, Ryan Gosling. How can I not be excited? Also, Simu Lee's in this.
If I wasn't severely injured, I would beat you off right now, Ken. I'll beat you off with you any day, Ken.
Anyone who wants to beat him off has to beat me off first.
I'm gonna beat both of you off at the same time.
Who's gonna beat anyone off?
I can't complain. Margot Robbie, like, I feel like she's like would play the perfect Barbie. Also, there were reports that Amy Schumer was gonna play Barbie at first. I don't know if that's true, but I'll put up an article here maybe if that was a real thing, but I cannot ask for a better cast, and it's going to be so funny. Just to be clear, I don't think it's going to be a kids movie. We still haven't been shown that much, but I'm just so excited to see it. I'm excited to see both of these movies. But I think Barbie's actually going to have the bigger box office weekend. I'm calling it right now. We'll come back to this movie. I think it's going to have a bigger weekend. July 28th has two movies that honestly I think both are slept on. This is definitely going to be a more slept on weekend of the summer. God, I cannot talk. July 28th. 1. Haunted Mansion. 2. Talk to Me. We'll start off with... Actually, it's kind of funny. These are both scary movies. Talk to Me appears to be this more unique horror movie. I'm not a horror fan by any means. Yeah, I like the occasional horror movie, but I'm not rushing to the theaters to go see any. But this one honestly caught my eye. I saw that a lot of people were saying that like the writers behind this or whatever were pretty good because I think they're from like a YouTube company or something. I might be wrong about that, but they're like a part of like a YouTube channel and they actually turned it into a film, so it seems pretty cool. And I think it's by A24. Also, Haunted Mansion. When I heard they were making a Haunted Mansion remake because of the classic great movie with Eddie Murphy, I love that movie. When I heard that, I was like, I don't know. They released the trailer, and let me tell you, between the cast and the tone I got, like the feeling, the vibe, whatever you want to call it, from this movie, it looks great. It's an interesting choice to release Haunted Mansion in July, but I kind of get it, like, you know, versus October, because it's a scary movie, I guess, technically. You know what I mean? It's like a spooky movie, whatever. I think it kind of makes sense, like, we'll just release it in July, because it kind of, like, stands out from the pack, if that makes sense, you know? I think that's kind of a smart idea, but yeah, I'm really excited to see this. I think they're going to do a great job. The trailer looked really funny, and I'm putting my faith in Disney for once. I've only got 3 more movies to talk about, but for this next one that comes out on August 4th, I need to put on a special outfit for you guys. On August 4th, The Meg 2 comes out. Listen, I am not the biggest Meg fan out there. I'm going to be honest, haven't even seen the first movie, but this was just like a fun monster movie. The trailer just dropped maybe a week ago, a week and a half ago. I saw dinosaurs. I saw sharks plus other monsters just eating people up. Why would you not want to go out on a hot summer day and just watch a shark just eat a bunch of people? Those are the fun movies that we need. These are like the type of movies that I feel like they don't make anymore because they're too worried about like profit and trying to make these really well-crafted movies. Just give me a stupid movie every once in a while that I could just enjoy with kind of turning my brain off and just saying, hey, you know what? This isn't even that bad. Fun fact, sharks are my worst fear. Like, I can, like, watch movies with sharks, but being in the ocean, nah. Sharks are my worst fear, bro. You will not catch me near a shark or in one of those cages or whatever. Also on August 4th, another movie that looks super interesting and almost similar to Spider-Verse is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem? Yeah, that's the name. I cannot believe how interesting this movie looks. The cast is stacked. I honestly, off the top of my head, Can't even name everyone. But I'm so happy that Seth Rogen was like, hey, you know what? We're just going to finally give Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a franchise that I'm personally not, I have no nostalgia for. I did not grow up liking them at all or just knowing really much about them. He decided to like give them a shot. Say, you know what? I love this. Let's make a huge movie out of it. It clearly has, influence from Spider-Verse, but that's a good thing. Let's see animation just continue to expand to become this more beautiful thing to look at and something that adults can appreciate. I like that in the trailer it said from permanent teenager Seth Rogen. I thought that was pretty funny. I think this is gonna be a hit. Honestly, I really do. The final movie of the summer, another DC movie. You might already know what I'm saying. On August 18th, come what I consider to be the last hit of the summer, DC's Blue Beetle. Is Blue Beetle in the DCU? I don't know. Is he in the DCEU? I don't know. Everything is kind of weird right now because we're all waiting to see The Flash and what happens with that. But regardless of that, the trailer looked fun. It had good music. It had Just Wanna Rock by Uzi. It seemed to be family-oriented. Okay? It had a cool suit. Guess what all good superhero movies have? Emotions, dealing with some type of family, even if that means the family are the people that are involved. It has a cool suit, okay? And it has good music. Is that ringing a bell to anybody? Okay. All I gotta say is, this looks pretty good. Am I like super excited for this one? No, I'll be honest. Because like I said, I'm more of a Marvel guy. But will I be there that opening weekend to see it? Yeah, definitely. It looks really good. That's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Listen, all I got to say is one thing. The summer is always such a great time for movies. All the studios are competing to make the best, biggest movie. If you're like a casual moviegoer, I'm telling you, go see one of these movies I talked about. I'd love to hear from you guys, maybe in like 2 months or whatever, that, hey, I saw your video, I saw that you mentioned this movie, and I went to go see it, and I loved it. And then the next weekend I went back to see it again, and I brought more of my friends, and we loved it. I love seeing people passionate about movies. I love when they're passionate. I love when they just love movies. Nothing's better than loving to love movies. That's the whole reason I have this channel. Thank you guys again. I love all you guys, and I will see you in the next video.
I mean, I haven't done any work in a fortnight. Plus, I just said fortnight.